A girl saw something terrifying on the news. She suspected her own father might be a serial killer, because the victim shown on the news was wearing a necklace, exactly identical to the one she had. It was a birthday gift her father had given her not long ago. In disbelief, she took it off to compare. Even the scratches matched perfectly with the news. She immediately looked up news about missing girls. It was far worse than she imagined. 13 girls had been killed in town recently. Even more terrifying, the victims looked just like his dead mom. Xiao Mei was utterly confused. Then she thought about her father constantly leaving early and returning late. Xiao Mei grew more and more anxious. To find out if her father was the killer, she sneaked into his room to snoop around. To her surprise, she found a large amount of anesthetics in a drawer. Soon after, she discovered a sketchbook. It contained detailed records of the recently murdered girls. Just as Xiao Mei was in shock, she heard a car pulling up outside. Her father had come home. To avoid raising suspicion, Xiao Mei quickly put the sketchbook back. She secretly took a bottle of anesthetics with her. Then she hurried out of his room. Pretending to be calm, she returned to her own room. Xiao Mei finally let out a small sigh of relief. Suddenly, she remembered the news downstairs. The screen was still on. Panicked, she rushed downstairs at once. Just before her father walked in, she managed to turn off the TV. At that moment, she noticed her father was wearing leather gloves. She asked him about it cautiously, but her father responded with an unnatural look. He said he wore them because it was cold in the car. But Xiao Mei couldn't calm down at all. She was too distracted to eat or sleep. Then suddenly, Xiao Mei accidentally cut her hand on a piece of glass. Her father gently cleaned and bandaged her wound. Staring at her caring, loving father, Xiao Mei simply couldn't believe that such a gentle man would hurt anyone. But late that night, Xiao Mei still couldn't fall asleep. A terrible doubt lingered in her mind. Suddenly, footsteps came from the hallway. Her father pulled down the stairs leading to the attic. Listening to the buzzing sounds from above, it was clear her father was doing something secretive up there. The next morning, Xiao Mei used the necklace to test her father. She asked if he had bought a cheap second-hand one. It had so many small flaws on it. Her father said he hadn't looked closely when buying it, but he refused her request, saying the store only had that one left. After breakfast, her father drove to work as usual. For the first time, Xiao Mei felt, as soon as he left for work, grabbing a flashlight, she climbed up the stairs. She searched everywhere up there, but to her terror, she found a head-sized cloth bag. She touched it nervously, and thankfully it was empty. But as soon as she turned around, she screamed. The floorboard broke under her weight. Then she saw her mother's old belongings. Next to them was a strange jewelry box. She opened it and found it filled with countless pieces of jewelry. None of them belonged to her, nor did they belong to her mother. Xiao Mei picked one up and examined it closely. To her horror, there were still bloodstains on it. She realized the truth instantly. Her father was the serial killer. Terrified, Xiao Mei quickly packed her things. She had to escape this murderer completely. But as soon as she stepped outside, her eyes closed shut. She walked slowly, feeling her way around like a blind person. Xiao Mei suffered from agoraphobia. Scared, she ran back inside. If she couldn't run away, she would confront her father directly. The moment he saw the jewelry, her father froze. Her father explained that they were all her mother's jewelry. Xiao Mei held up the blood-stained ring. She demanded to know what that stain was, but her father lied casually, saying it was just paint. Xiao Mei confronted him directly. She took out the necklace and asked if he had committed the murders.